I look to Lightning. I say, get me out of this situation. I can't get myself out of this situation. If I cooperate with the enemy and become the enemy zombie slave like they want, then they win. And what's the sense? You can say I can get myself out by doing it. I'm not out. I'm just a zombie then. So I guess that's what I'm saying is I need a good job that pays good. But yeah, like I said, I think JFK would be a prime talent for the problems that are going on. Not that he's not in action somewhere, but I could just see him coupled with Michael and Dick. And again, Liney being part of him. Liney and JFK and whoever else is part of their group should definitely be working with Dick and Michael. But again, I don't know what Dick and Michael have done. I know Liney and JFK, that group has done nothing. So that's really the group I should be going with. So it's up to Michael. Michael's got to come through here. He's got to put himself in the line of fire like Adolf Hitler has done many times, purposely putting himself in the path of fire to do right for another person because it was right for that person, not right for Adolf Hitler. Michael can't do that. Michael doesn't have the soul to do that. Self-sacrificial. That's what it is. Michael can't do it. A lot of people can't do it. But if Michael did that, he'd be more powerful. Calculated risk. Or sometimes you just say, hey, I'm willing to put my hands on the fate of the universe being on my side. But I'm trying to... all the years I lost here are going on 10 years here. And the Berger family, who controls Dick Strong and Michael, they're a great deal of to blame for these years I've lost. I see Dina Berger, she's looking damn good. Dyed with red hair, and in the last month I've been thinking, oh, red-haired women just turn me on, like Ann Mills. And I see Dina Berger show up in a photo on a website. It's kind of strange. I mean, if she's just interested in me as a friend, she wouldn't entice me sexually, would she? Women are goofy though, women, except for Lightning. And Ann Mills. But too many goofy things with Michael and Dick. So, payment is due. Compensation is due. Reparations are due. I can't come back to Wisconsin until I've been fully compensated and armed financially for a long, happy life. So that's what Michael and Dick need to think about. And that means paying me free without any requirement. Paying me for damages. That's what it's about. Lightning and JFK can trump the whole thing and just say, hey, we'll give you a job. That's all they need to do. And that's probably the way it's going to go, because I don't see Michael and Dick owing up to being wrong. You don't have a right to stalk somebody, make them into the stalker, and then use FBI and law enforcement to try to make a person feel wrong so they change and shift. Get them to shift their soul according to the tarot cards and the numerology charts and the astrology charts and our psychic readings. You ever notice how no two witches ever see the same thing from separate groups? You get one witch from one group and you get another witch from another group, they never agree on anything. Namely, let's look at Stephanie's group, or Dina Berger's group. They don't agree with Virginia Newbiner Rush, Leni Riefenstahl, and her group. They don't agree with Virginia Newbiner Rush. So yet all these people practice witchcraft and all these people are psychic. So where's the hang up? the hang-up is you. You're a small, no matter how intelligent you are a small, infinitely minute presence of knowledge. You cannot know the proper inner workings and purpose of another person. No matter how much you insist you have these powers and you know these things, you don't. A human being's soul is way, way too infinite for any witch or self-nominating prophet to know the destiny of another person, who they should be with, what they should be doing. That's all bullshit. And that's the biggest problem Dick and Michael have. And they're not going to get that through their heads. Look how much they failed. I call Michael on the phone and say, hey Michael, are you ready to admit everything your witchcraft has attempted has failed? For 15 years, 20 years. Not one bit of your witchcraft has become true with me. Maybe with you and others it has, but not with me. So Michael can't get that. Michael's not getting it. And he's a genius. In many areas, he's a genius. But for some reason, he just can't see that. Witchcraft can only empower self-projection. In most cases. We get rare instances like Liney. We get rare instances like Ed Quillen. We get rare instances like Bruce Lee. But Bruce Lee is not about dictating your purpose. He's about dedicating you to yourself and self-discovery. Bruce Lee never decides you should be with this woman. You should do this for a profession. And that, he's a reincarnated Confucius. So if any of these kooky witches that are faulting Void, Liney, Void, Ed, and people, there's others like Ed, and, you know, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra. The group is pretty well self-determination is proper, while Dick Strong and Michael and Rush and Virginia Newbon and Cho's Taekwondo are trying to hold you prisoner to their dictates of destiny regarding you. So it's clear that they're wrong, and the witchcraft is not valid, even when you're psychic. So, alright, I'm going to let this go now. I got to eat. I don't know how far I am.